The Awakening. In the year 2273, the galaxy was a sprawling tapestry of diverse civilizations, each boasting its own unique culture, technology, and ambitions. At the heart of this intricate web was the Galactic Federation, a coalition of advanced species dedicated to maintaining peace and fostering cooperation among the stars. Humans, though a relatively recent addition to this grand alliance, had made significant strides, earning respect through their resilience, adaptability, and ingenuity. The planet Zanara was a hub of galactic activity, home to the Federation's Central Council and numerous scientific institutions. Its capital city, Celestia Prime, was a beacon of interstellar diplomacy and technological innovation. Amidst the towering spires and bustling markets, representatives from countless worlds convened to discuss matters of mutual interest and concern. It was in this setting that the story of humanity's formidable reputation would begin to unfold. Dr. Marcus Reed, a renowned human xenobiologist, had been stationed on Zanara for several years, working on a groundbreaking project to develop sustainable ecosystems on barren planets. His team, composed of scientists from various species, had made remarkable progress, earning accolades and funding from the Federation. One morning, as Dr. Reed prepared for another day in the lab, he received an urgent summons from the Federation Council. The message was brief and cryptic, indicating only that his presence was required immediately. Intrigued and slightly apprehensive, Marcus made his way to the council chambers. Upon arriving, he was greeted by a scene of controlled chaos. Council members and aides moved with purpose, their faces etched with concern. At the center of the room stood High Chancellor Soreth, an imposing figure whose authority commanded immediate attention. "Dr. Reed," Soreth began, his voice resonating through the chamber, "we have a situation that requires your expertise. A remote outpost on the planet Corvus has gone dark. The last transmission indicated an outbreak of a virulent pathogen, unlike anything we've encountered before." Marcus's mind raced. An unknown pathogen in a remote outpost could spell disaster, not just for the affected planet, but potentially for the entire Federation. "I'll need a team and access to all relevant data," he replied, his tone professional but urgent. "Everything you need has been prepared," Soreth assured him. "You leave immediately." The journey to Corvus was tense. Marcus was accompanied by a diverse team of scientists and medical personnel, each bringing their own expertise to the mission. Among them was Dr. Leora Vin, a brilliant virologist from the planet Nereus, known for her groundbreaking work on adaptive immunology. As they approached Corvus, the scope of their task became clear. The outpost, a research facility focused on xenobiology, had been a beacon of hope for understanding and harnessing alien ecosystems. Now it was a potential ground zero for a galactic pandemic. The landing was swift and efficient. Marcus and his team disembarked, donning protective suits and activating their bioscanners. The facility was eerily silent, its corridors dark and lifeless. The team moved with caution, their senses heightened by the knowledge that danger lurked in every shadow. In the main laboratory, they discovered the source of the outbreak. A containment breach had released an unknown organism, which had rapidly mutated and spread. The walls were covered in a pulsating, bioluminescent substance, and the air was thick with spores. Dr. Vin approached a terminal, accessing the facility's logs. "It looks like they were experimenting with a new strain of bioluminescent algae," she said, her voice filtered through her suit's comms. "Something went wrong, and it mutated into this." Marcus examined a sample under a portable microscope. "This pathogen is highly adaptive. It's incorporating elements of its environment into its structure. We need to find a way to neutralize it before it spreads further." The team worked tirelessly, analyzing the pathogen and testing various countermeasures. Hours turned into days, and the pressure mounted as the pathogen showed no signs of slowing down. Each failure brought them closer to the brink of despair. Finally, a breakthrough came. Dr. Vin discovered a vulnerability in the pathogen's genetic makeup. By targeting a specific protein that facilitated its rapid adaptation, they could halt its spread and potentially reverse its effects. With renewed hope, the team synthesized an antidote and began the arduous process of decontaminating the facility. It was a grueling task, but their efforts paid off. The pathogen was contained and the outpost was secured. Back on Zanara, the Federation Council awaited news of the mission's outcome. When the transmission came through, a collective sigh of relief echoed through the chamber. High Chancellor Soreth addressed the council, his tone one of measured optimism. Dr. Reed and his team have succeeded in containing the outbreak on Corvus. Their quick thinking and expertise have averted what could have been a catastrophic event. We owe them our gratitude and support. The council members nodded in agreement, their respect for humanity's contributions growing. It was a moment of triumph, but also a stark reminder of the challenges that lay ahead. The galaxy was vast and filled with unknown dangers, but with unity and cooperation, they could overcome any obstacle. As Dr. Reed and his team returned to Zanara, they were hailed as heroes. Their success had not only saved countless lives, but it also reinforced the importance of collaboration and trust among the Federation's diverse members. The incident on Corvus became a case study in crisis management and interspecies cooperation, serving as a model for future missions. The bonds forged in the crucible of adversity strengthened the Federation, making it more resilient and better prepared for whatever challenges lay ahead. For Dr. Marcus Reed, it was a reaffirmation of humanity's place in the galaxy. They were no longer seen as newcomers, but as vital contributors to the Federation's ongoing mission of peace and prosperity. The message was clear. Humanity's ingenuity and determination were assets that the galaxy could not afford to ignore. As the Federation continued to explore the far reaches of space, the lessons learned from Corvus would guide them. They would face new threats and uncover new mysteries, but with each challenge, they grew stronger and more united. And so, under the watchful gaze of the stars, the Galactic Federation moved forward, ever vigilant and ever hopeful, ready to face the unknown with courage and conviction. The future was bright, and together, they would continue to build a legacy of peace, understanding, and cooperation for generations to come. Shadows of the past. The triumph on Corvus was still fresh in the minds of the Galactic Federation when whispers of another crisis began to surface. This time the threat was not biological, but something far more insidious and elusive. The Federation's network of intelligence agents reported unusual activity on several frontier planets, with key resources mysteriously vanishing and advanced technology falling into the wrong hands. At the heart of this disturbance was an ancient enemy long thought vanquished, the Skarn, a ruthless and cunning species of interstellar raiders known for their advanced cloaking technology and insatiable greed. The Skarn had been driven to the fringes of the galaxy decades ago, but their reemergence threatened to destabilize the fragile peace the Federation had worked so hard to maintain. Dr. Marcus Reed, fresh from his success on Corvus, found himself once again summoned to the Federation Council. High Chancellor Soreth's expression was grave as he addressed the assembly. "Reports confirm that the Skarn are active once more," Soreth began, his tone heavy with concern. "They have targeted multiple outposts, and their raids are becoming bolder and more coordinated. We need a strategy to counter this threat before it escalates further." Marcus listened intently, his mind already racing with potential solutions. The Skarn's technology was formidable, and their tactics ruthless. To counter them, the Federation would need more than brute force. They would need ingenuity and cooperation across all species. Admiral Thalira, a veteran of the previous conflicts with the Skarn, stepped forward. "We need to understand their new tactics and technology. Our best bet is to capture one of their ships intact. This will give us the information we need to develop countermeasures." The council agreed, and a task force was assembled. Marcus was asked to join the mission, his expertise in xenobiology and adaptive technologies deemed invaluable. He would work alongside Admiral Thalira and a team of elite operatives, each bringing their unique skills to the mission. Their target was the planet Varuna, a frontier world known for its rich mineral deposits and strategic importance. Intelligence indicated that the Skarn were planning a major raid, and the task force would lie in wait, ready to spring their trap. The journey to Varuna was tense, the stakes higher than ever. The team reviewed their plan meticulously, knowing that a single mistake could spell disaster. Marcus spent hours analyzing data on Skarn technology, looking for any weaknesses they could exploit. As they approached Varuna, the team went dark, activating advanced stealth systems to avoid detection. They took up positions around the planet using the natural terrain to their advantage. Marcus and Thalira led a small contingent to the planet's surface, setting up a command post in a concealed cavern. The wait was nerve-wracking, but their patience was rewarded. As predicted, a Skarn raiding party descended on Varuna, their sleek black ships cutting through the atmosphere like predatory birds. The Federation forces held their breath, waiting for the right moment to strike. When the signal came, the trap was sprung with precision. Federation ships emerged from hiding, cutting off the Skarn's escape routes. On the ground, Marcus and his team launched a surprise assault on the Skarn's landing site. The battle was fierce, but the Federation's preparation and coordination paid off. Marcus found himself face to face with a Skarn raider, its eyes gleaming with malevolent intelligence. The Skarn lunged, but Marcus was quicker, using a modified energy weapon to disable the creature's cloaking device. With a swift strike, he incapacitated the raider and secured valuable technology for analysis. Back at the command post, Thalira and Marcus examined their spoils. The captured Skarn ship contained advanced cloaking and propulsion systems, along with encrypted data that hinted at the Skarn's broader strategy. It was a treasure trove of information, but unlocking its secrets would take time and expertise. "We need to get this back to Zanara," Thalira said, her voice filled with urgency. "Our scientists can decode the data and develop countermeasures. This is just the beginning." The return journey to Zanara was filled with a mix of relief and anticipation. The successful capture of Skarn technology was a significant victory, but the larger threat remained. The Federation needed to act swiftly and decisively to prevent the Skarn from gaining further ground. Upon arrival, the data and technology were handed over to a team of top scientists and engineers. Marcus worked closely with them, applying his knowledge of adaptive systems to unravel the complexities of Skarn technology. The Federation's best cryptographers tackled the encrypted data, piece by piece, revealing a web of Skarn operations and plans. As the Federation worked tirelessly to decode the information, a disturbing pattern emerged. The Skarn were not acting alone. They had formed an alliance with other disaffected groups, each with their own grievances against the Federation. This coalition, known as the Shadow Syndicate, was a potent force, united by their desire to undermine the Federation's authority and sow chaos across the galaxy. With this revelation, the Federation realized that the threat was even greater than they had anticipated. The Shadow Syndicate's reach extended deep into Federation territory, and their influence was growing. To combat this, the Federation needed to strengthen its internal defenses and build alliances of its own. High Chancellor Soreth convened an emergency council session to address the rising threat. Representatives from all member species attended, their expressions a mix of concern and determination. "We face a formidable enemy," Soreth began, his voice steady. "The Shadow Syndicate seeks to destabilize our unity and exploit our weaknesses. We must respond with strength and resolve, but also with wisdom and cooperation." The Council agreed to several measures: increased security protocols, enhanced intelligence sharing, and the formation of a rapid response task force to deal with emerging threats. Marcus and Thalira were tasked with leading this new initiative, bringing together the best minds and resources from across the Federation. As the task force took shape, Marcus continued his work on the Skarn technology. He collaborated with Dr. Leora Vin, whose expertise in adaptive immunology proved invaluable. Together, they developed a series of countermeasures designed to neutralize the Skarn's cloaking and propulsion systems. The task force's first mission was to track down and dismantle a Shadow Syndicate cell operating on the planet Lanthium. This cell was responsible for several high-profile attacks and was believed to be planning a major offensive. The team, equipped with the latest counter-Skarn technology, set off for Lanthium with a renewed sense of purpose. Upon arriving, they quickly identified the cell's base of operations, hidden deep within a dense forest. The team moved in with precision, using their advanced equipment to disable the cell's defenses and capture key operatives. The operation was a success, yielding valuable intelligence and striking a significant blow against the Shadow Syndicate. As the task force continued to dismantle Syndicate cells and thwart their plans, they began to turn the tide of the conflict. The Federation's renewed unity and vigilance proved to be a formidable counter to the Syndicate's efforts to sow discord. Throughout these missions, Marcus and Thalira's leadership became a symbol of the Federation's resilience and determination. Their partnership, built on mutual respect and a shared vision, inspired those around them to strive for excellence and never give up. One particularly challenging mission took them to the remote planet of Ethra, where the Syndicate had established a clandestine research facility. This facility was rumored to be developing a new weapon capable of devastating entire planets. The task force knew that failure was not an option. The approach to Ethra was fraught with danger. The planet's atmosphere was turbulent, and the Syndicate's defenses were formidable. The team relied on their advanced technology and rigorous training to navigate the hazards and reach the facility undetected. Inside, they encountered fierce resistance. The Syndicate's scientists and guards fought desperately to protect their work. Marcus and Thalira led the charge, their determination unwavering. The team advanced methodically, neutralizing threats and securing key areas. In the heart of the facility, they found the weapon, a massive energy cannon capable of harnessing and amplifying natural planetary forces. It was a terrifying device, but its complexity also revealed a crucial weakness. Marcus and Dr. Vin worked quickly to deactivate it, using their knowledge of adaptive systems to reverse engineer the Syndicate's technology. The facility was secured, and the weapon dismantled. The mission was a resounding success, further weakening the Syndicate's capabilities and bolstering the Federation's resolve. Back on Zanara, the victory was celebrated, but the leaders remained vigilant. The Syndicate was weakened, but not yet defeated. The fight would continue, but each victory brought them closer to lasting peace and security. High Chancellor Soreth addressed the Federation once more, his tone both resolute and hopeful. "We have faced great challenges and emerged stronger. Our unity is our greatest strength, and together we will ensure a future of peace and prosperity for all." As the Federation continued its efforts to eradicate the Shadow Syndicate, Marcus and Thalira's task force remained at the forefront. Their successes were not just victories against an enemy, but also affirmations of the power of collaboration and trust. In the years that followed, the Federation flourished. The bonds forged in the crucible of conflict endured, creating a foundation for a brighter future. The lessons learned from their struggles shaped their policies and practices, ensuring that they were better prepared for whatever challenges lay ahead. For Marcus and Thalira, their journey was a testament to the strength of unity and the importance of resilience. They had faced immense adversity and emerged victorious, their partnership a beacon of hope and inspiration. As they stood together, looking out at the stars, they knew that their work was far from over. The galaxy was vast and filled with unknown dangers, but they were ready to face them side by side. The message was clear. The Federation would never again underestimate the power of unity, nor would it forget the lessons learned from its trials. With a sense of shared purpose and unwavering resolve, they turned their gaze to the horizon, ready to embrace the future and whatever it held. The Federation would stand strong, united by the bonds forged in the crucible of adversity, and together they would continue to build a legacy of peace, understanding, and cooperation for generations to come. The defining moment. The Shadow Syndicate's defeat on Ethra marked a critical turning point for the Galactic Federation. With each successful mission, the Syndicate's influence waned, and the Federation's unity grew stronger. However, the remnants of the Syndicate continued to pose a threat, regrouping in secret locations and launching sporadic attacks. The Federation knew that the battle was far from over, and they remained vigilant. As the Federation continued to fortify its defenses and build alliances, Marcus and Thalira were called upon for one final decisive mission. Intelligence reports indicated that the Syndicate's leadership had gathered on the remote and desolate planet of Vexor, planning a last-ditch effort to destabilize the Federation. This time, the mission was clear: eliminate the Syndicate's command structure and bring an end to their reign of terror. The task force assembled for the mission was the most elite group the Federation had ever fielded. Comprised of seasoned veterans and the brightest minds from across the galaxy, they were prepared to face whatever challenges lay ahead. Marcus and Thalira, now celebrated heroes, led the team with a sense of determination and resolve. The journey to Vexor was fraught with danger. The planet was located in a volatile region of space, surrounded by asteroid fields and treacherous gravitational anomalies. As the task force's ships navigated the hazardous terrain, they were met with fierce resistance from Syndicate patrols. The battle in space was intense, but the Federation's superior coordination and technology eventually secured a path to the planet's surface. Upon landing, the task force split into smaller units, each assigned specific objectives to cripple the Syndicate's operations. Marcus and Thalira led the primary strike team, tasked with infiltrating the Syndicate's central command facility and capturing or eliminating their leaders. The terrain of Vexor was harsh and unforgiving. Jagged rock formations and swirling dust storms created a hostile environment, but the task force pressed on. Using advanced reconnaissance drones, they identified the Syndicate's stronghold, a heavily fortified bunker nestled within a mountain range. As they approached the bunker, the team encountered numerous traps and automated defenses. Marcus and Thalira coordinated their movements with precision, leveraging their combined expertise to neutralize threats and clear a path forward. The Syndicate's forces, though tenacious, were no match for the task force's training and technology. Inside the bunker, the corridors were dimly lit and labyrinthine. The air was thick with tension as the team moved methodically, room by room, securing each area and advancing toward the central command chamber. Along the way, they encountered pockets of resistance, engaging in fierce firefights with Syndicate operatives. At last, they reached the heart of the bunker. The command chamber was a cavernous room filled with advanced communication equipment and holographic displays. The Syndicate's leaders, a diverse group of hardened individuals from various species, were caught off guard by the task force's swift assault. "You're too late!" sneered a Syndicate leader, a reptilian creature with piercing yellow eyes. "Our plans are already in motion. The Federation will fall." Thalira stepped forward, her expression resolute. "Your plans end here. Surrender, and perhaps we can offer you some measure of mercy." The leader laughed, a cold, mirthless sound. "Mercy? From the likes of you? We would rather die than submit to your rule." A fierce battle erupted in the chamber. The task force fought with determination, their movements coordinated and precise. Marcus and Thalira engaged the leaders directly, their skills honed by years of experience. The fight was brutal, but the outcome was inevitable. One by one, the Syndicate leaders fell, their defiance extinguished. With the Syndicate's command structure dismantled, the remaining operatives surrendered or fled. The task force secured the bunker and began the process of dismantling the Syndicate's infrastructure. The captured data and technology provided invaluable insights into their operations, ensuring that any remaining cells could be hunted down and neutralized. Back on Zanara, the news of the mission's success spread quickly. The Federation Council convened to celebrate the victory and to honor the heroes who had made it possible. High Chancellor Soreth addressed the assembly, his voice filled with pride and gratitude. "Today we celebrate a momentous victory," Soreth declared. "The Shadow Syndicate, a threat that sought to divide and destroy us, has been defeated. This triumph is a testament to the strength of our unity and the courage of those who stood against tyranny." Marcus and Thalira were awarded the Federation's highest honors, their names etched into the annals of galactic history. Their leadership and bravery had not only secured peace, but had also inspired countless others to believe in the power of cooperation and trust. As the Federation entered a new era of stability and growth, the lessons learned from the conflict with the Syndicate shaped their future. Policies were implemented to promote transparency, mutual respect, and collective security. The Interstellar Academy expanded its programs, training the next generation of leaders to uphold these values. In the following years, the Federation flourished. New alliances were formed, and advancements in technology and culture brought unprecedented prosperity. The bonds forged in the crucible of conflict endured, creating a foundation for a brighter future. Marcus and Thalira continued to serve the Federation, their partnership remaining a symbol of hope and resilience. They mentored young leaders, shared their experiences, and worked tirelessly to ensure that the ideals of the Federation were upheld. One evening, as they stood on a balcony overlooking the bustling city of Celestia Prime, Marcus turned to Thalira. "We've accomplished so much, but there's always more to do." Thalira nodded, her gaze fixed on the stars. "Yes, and we'll face it together. The galaxy is vast and full of wonders. Our journey is far from over." With a sense of shared purpose and unwavering resolve, they looked to the future, ready to embrace whatever challenges and opportunities lay ahead. The message was clear. The Federation would never again underestimate the power of unity, nor would it forget the lessons learned from its trials. And so, under the watchful gaze of the stars, the Galactic Federation moved forward, ever vigilant and ever hopeful, ready to face the unknown with courage and conviction. The legacy of peace, understanding, and cooperation they had built would guide them, ensuring that the future was bright and filled with endless possibilities.